Amid the large looming glooms of life that tend to pin me down to the depths of futile despair, I choose to seek that sliver of light beyond the hurt. I choose to balm the pain of the wounds inside me, the brokenness that only I know and bear. I choose to pluck out the shards that cut deep, ingrained, threatening to remain within. I choose to untie the fears that bind me. I choose that I may see clearly the purpose of this life given. I choose to make it beautiful. I choose to pave a path of healing with each step for those that may follow. I choose not to mark time or to wallow in bitter mire of hatred that will only smother me to nothingness, if I but choose to allow it to stay. In this, my choice is my victory.
Hi everyone, I'm Zina. Here's a brief introduction to my book, Beauty in the Unadorned. It's my first, hoping there's going to be more to follow if God wills. These are recollections stashed away subconsciously in the reserves of my mind. No hidden representations, but pure joys, purely unpretentious. I feel that life's brilliance is mostly submerged and snuffed out by forms of discontent and discomforts. Does one choose to capture and keep it or lose it? I choose to keep it. My book, Beauty in the Unadorned, is the effect of a choice I've made. The choice to zoom in on every fragmented bit, however inconspicuous or mundane it may appear, choosing to magnify instead its true obscured magnificence. Obscured because it being so ordinary, so low-key, can easily be ignored and forgotten, but all of these little incidents have given me or left me with a very good taste in my mouth, a good feeling that every time I think back, it makes me feel good all over again. This is why I want to allow its brilliance to emerge. And that's what I've tried to do in my writing. Not for any other reason, but for the simple fact that that's exactly how it has affected me. Simplest of incidents, everyday occurrences, which somehow, in some way, have touched me enough to leave a dent, deep enough to bring a smile or just even a good feel whenever I recall them. Things that have taught me something that I would always like to remember and which have brought me great happiness. I put my recollections onto paper that in some way they may be able to touch a spot in your heart like it did mine. Maybe you could start looking at the simplest of pleasures that life offers us every once in a while and choose to gather them instead sifting and picking the best out of the worst that life hits us with. In this, I now realize I have found greater strength. In these sketches through the pages of Beauty in the Unadorned, the simple has been adorned if you know where to look. I stand on training ground and look at every opportune moment, feeling totally indebted to have been given the opportunity to encounter and sweat over exertions which I choose to take as a wonderful experience experiences that give me greater know-hows to becoming seamlessly just right. However much of a stern agnostic you might be, I would like to take you to my sojourn. A fleeting stopover from our busy and hurried world, a slight shift from the daily routine mess of have tos, got tos, ought tos, musts and must nots. This sojourn, this break or stopover, luxuriant, abundant and abounding, holds no trespassing bar, no intrusion. If you but care to step inside, it's as much yours as it is mine. So I hope you enjoy reading my book.